All right, everybody. We are back for game number 2 between Aspen and Vale here in Eagle Pool and Ice Rink. Vale is in their 50th anniversary gold jerseys. Nolan Rizet still out for the next 6-8 weeks on a broken wrist. It was so sad to hear that news. So Nolan is still out, and we're missing Dylan Weinreich as well. But Wes Bastien should be back in the lineup. Looking forward to that. Number 5 there. And Aspen has an even shorter bench now than they did. And I'm overhearing the conversation about that. I think some of them are play on the B team. And so they have another game or something like that. So Aspen's they got 3 defensemen and 2 offensive lines, just enough to host a game. And here's Wes Bastien right back at it after providing us some really nice color commentary this morning. Alex Boyd and Cruz January out there with them. Nasucic on defense has the puck there at the left, and Loden Coles rounds out that starting lineup for the Mountaineers. Back in goal, we've got Silas January, who's been really playing well, has made some incredible saves last weekend. As Aspen comes away with that puck, and here they come down the right-hand side with a good try. Coming down on January, shot is up and just off the mask, glancing off the mask of Silas January and up and over the net. And Vale is lucky to get away with one there, as that was a really good try. Boyd with some stick handling, but can't quite finish the play, and Aspen comes around. Boyd goes down again on his way off the bench there, and now Garvey out there with Denton and Bankert. Bankert's got that puck. He's going to enter the zone. Backhand, forehand, weaving, poked away. Now Aspen coming across the red line, entering the zone. And a nice glove save there from Silas January. 12:39, the first 0-0. 2 tries on net so far are by Aspen. So they're coming with more energy, verve, and spitfire this afternoon than Vale has so far. Nice win there on the faceoff, but Denton wins it, comes away with it, and sends it to Garvey. Garvey trying to enter the zone and get around that defender. Cut back, trying to bang it ahead to Denton in front. Aspen, nice little exit pass. Stepping up is Bates Gorbold, and picking that puck up is Bankert with the shot. And off the post and in. A great turnaround, turnover goal from Dylan Bankert. He missed his shot this morning by the width of a puck, and not this time, as Bates Gorbold stepped up, made the play at the blue line on the pinch, got it over to Bankert. Bankert skated it wide and shot it right in off the post, past the Aspen goaltender. So just over 12 minutes to play in the first period. Vale takes a 1-0 lead. 1 shot, 1 goal so far for Vale. Bastien gets that puck. It's out there with Boyd and Ryder Board now. We'll see how these lines are being run now with the kind of odd numbers of offensemen. One there by Board, trying to get it to Boyd, but pops up, ends up on Aspen's stick. Oh, poked away. Bastien has it, skating in with it. He's got Boyd in the center. Backhanded pass is blocked by Aspen. Good defensive play there. Good poke check there by Nasucic, and offsides for opportunity to make that changeup. So now you got Chopko back on the offensive side. Number 4 there. He's going to be playing right wing. Bankert at center and Denton at left. Sucic and Coles back there on D. Puck is up off the glass. Good look there from Aspen, but bounces off the skate. Here comes Bankert again with speed. Going around the outside. Can he get a second goal? Centering instead to Denton. Bounce, just unlucky bounce right over the stick of Denton there. And puck does that sometimes, hits a bump in the ice or what have you. It's a game of hockey. Good pick up there by Denton. Trying to enter the zone with it. Get it around and deep, but can't quite. So Aspen bring it the other way. Step up by Coles. A little help from Chopko there. Digging for the puck is Sucic. A little help from Bankert. Stuck along the boards, just like the end of that Avs game last night. Captain Landeskog did a great job killing that clock at the end of that game for the Avs to come out 3-2. Good pressure there from Chopko, racing down the ice. You like to see that level of effort. Not seeing that burst of effort, that spectacular speed and quickness quite yet out of Vail. Today, it was a big week for all the kids heading toward Christmas, finishing up school. Lots of tests, final exams, extra practice this week for them. I think for Aspen as well, just that time of year can be kind of busy for parents and kids as Cruise January sends it deep. Good backhand try from Ryder Board. Now Bastien in there working that puck. It's going to come all the way out to Roman. Roman, nice pass up to Cruise January. He's got it on his backhand. Gets a flipping shot on net and glove down. Puck was spinning like a top through the air, arcing downward and caught by the Aspen goaltender. I'm glad they have a goaltender. They have personnel issues there in Aspen. They have that Colorado Extreme team over there. They've got Glenwood has its own program. You know, we're fortunate here in Eagle County, in the Eagle River side of Eagle County anyhow, all be unified under one banner, one crest, the Vail Mountaineer Program crest. And whether you live in Eagle or Gypsum, Vail, Edwards, Avon, we get to bring all the young players together and make sure we have enough personnel at the very least. Here comes Garvey. Shot is deflected, but goes wide. Oops. And the ref says that's on me. I thought he had it. Garvey there at center. Chopko at right. Denton at left. Coles at right D. Sucic at left D. Garvey trying to win that face-off. Round he goes. Centering through the skates of Denton. Bang up to, boy, and he does not, Sucic doesn't look like he's doing that well, but he's okay. He just kind of went down awkwardly, skated to the bench. He's getting looked at by Coach TJ, so grateful that we do have Coach TJ down there, over there to do that initial analysis of how our players are doing when they come off the ice hurting. Chopko now across the red line, get his pocket picked. Coles. Roman's now the only D left. And that gets off the top of the stick of January, and the puck goes up into the netting. You can see that Sawyer Roman lets the goalie take the shot while she takes the pass. And that's how they coach it. In a perfect world, you can still interfere with that shot and cover two people, but it takes quite a special defenseman to do that move. The only one I've ever seen do it is Tyler Boyd, my eldest son. Here goes Ryder Board down the ice. I just say that to embarrass him because he's sitting right next to me. Here's Ryder Board back now to a good shot there from and it's hip and it's in. Sorry. I lost my train of thought there. So a good shot from Bates Gourbold ends up being picked up there sent back to Roman, who took the shot, and that was tipped in by Rider Board between the pipes. So with 7:40 left in the first, it's 2-0. Bankert out there with Garvey and Chopko now. Chopko's got it. Garvey stepping in. Roman and Bates are back on D still. Nice pass up from Gorbold, but can't connect. Gorbold trying to bang it off the boards up there. And Aspen doing a good job to get it deep. But Bates says, no, we're not going to let you hang on to that puck. Takes it away, gets it up, and multiple tries to get it out. But Aspen hanging on. And Roman says, I'm going to just skate it out of here. And she does. They call it the Roman Rush, I've heard. And there she goes. Makes the cutback. Centering to Chopko. And he couldn't quite get a hold of that one. What a play by Roman to get him that puck. Delivered that one fresh out of the oven into the waiting hands of Chopko, who couldn't quite finish. We'll have an icing. Aspen trying to regroup. Now you're going to see Wes Bastien out there with Cruz January and Alex Boyd. Loden Coles and Nash Sutrich. Boyd's got it, and his feet struggling, and it pops out. Sucic to Coles to January. And that was maybe offsides, but anyway, Aspen's coming the other way with it. Good use of the feet there from Sucic. Stop that play. Boyd with the heavy pressure. Forces the errant pass. Aspen somehow recovers, gets the shot, and it's deflected wide. January up to their D. Oh, somehow goes through the skates of Bastien. Picked up by Coles. He's going to try and ring it around the boards to Boyd. Boyd pulls it down out of the air. What's he going to do with it? He doesn't know. Ends up going back to the D. Sucic. Aspen trying to make a play, but hounded by Sucic. And now Garvey with Denton. Cross the red line. Garvey waiting, staying on sides. Denton ends up kind of going over the top of the defender there. Ends up with the puck, but can't quite get it over. Great back check there from Dylan Bankert. Roman. Bankert blasting through. Denton trying to help. Aspen's been finding ways to keep that puck in the zone against all odds so many times this game already. 4:42 left in the first. Denton and Bankert on the pressure, and some fresh legs there in the form of Chopko. No, that's Rider Board. Out there trying to keep it in the zone, and they're finding a way to break it out, is Aspen. Finding little gaps and trying to stay dangerous, including right here with a big shot and save. And another save from Silas January. When Aspen makes a change, their whole bench is empty. 4 on the bench for Aspen. That'll play a role as this game goes on, no doubt. It's only the first period. A lot of hockey left, 2 games in one day, and no question that endurance will be tested in the team in green today. Out there now is Rider Board there at the left wing with Bastien and Boyd. Trying to break it out. Not had a real clean breakout in either game today, has Vale. Now this time they're going to try. Whoop! Then it just kind of bounces off the boards. Aspen doing a good job staying in there. Coles gets it up to Ryder. Ryder looking for Boyd. Boyd collects it on his stick. A nice catch of that pass. Boyd now with a lot of green and black to deal with. So he dumps it in the corner and starts his usual banging against the boards. It works out in their favor. Bastien with it now. Now Aspen gets a hold of it, trying to bring it out. And that was Ryder helping Alex out in the corner, and Bastien now on the back check. Ryder, Bastien, Boyd stepping up. A little bit lackluster is Vail right now. They seem like the ones that have the empty bench. Hey, we got some relatives coming in. Got to say hi to. Good kick save there by Silas January. Boyd picks it up. Still can't break it out. Aspen the other way. Big glove save. And not enough vim and vigor so far for Vail, but they do have the 2-0 lead with 2:50 to play. So good to see you. Good to see you. Hi. My niece just came in from Dallas to see the game. And here goes Denton trying to get around the outside, takes it across and gets that pass intercepted. Oh, and a collision between Denton and Chopko there. They're both okay, I think, but they were offsides trying to get it back across the blue line. Roman and Dorbold on D there. Bankert at center. Bouncing puck. Here comes Aspen across the red line, trying to enter the zone with speed. Good play there from Gorbold. He's been so strong back there. Nice movement there from Denton. Just that little skating maneuver. You'll see it in the NHL all the time. You don't see it as often at this level, but Denton's got it down. It's kind of a backward scoot, circle, stay facing the same way, head up, controlling the puck. It's a way to buy yourself a little space to make the play with the puck. Denton does it well. Here comes a 3-on-1. It's Chopko to Denton. To the shot is wide, and Denton goes sliding into the boards. Bankert digging deep on that back check, trying to help out. Good defense there from Gorbold and Coles. And this line is tired now, the offensive side of it anyway. Good pressure there by Gorbold, though, and picked up by Bankert. Bankert going the other way. He hits January, who's just fresh off the... Oh, and a good shot from January, and a nice save by the Aspen goaltender to keep that one out of the net. Big pad save there. Oh, errant pass there from Aspen leaves Ryder Board with a chance to get after it. He's got Bastien out there with him. And Coles with a big shot, tipped by Bastien, just wide. Good idea. Centering pass, covered up by the goaltender as January fights for it. Still no penalties through 4 periods almost of play. Hopefully I don't jinx it. 1 minute left in this first period. I asked the ref if he's doing that, if he gets a bonus for that. He said he did. He said every time he gets through a game without having to call a penalty, he gets $1 million bonus. I didn't know if it was true or not. He might have been kidding. There goes Ryder and Bastien now. Ryder with the shot. Surprise the goaltender. No. Goalie says, I was paying attention the whole time. Can't surprise me. Got it with his glove and 43 seconds left in this first period. Still the 2-0 lead for Vail in their 50th anniversary golden jerseys. Mango Madness, I've heard them called. There's Bastien putting the pressure on, ringing it around. Cruz January stepping in. January, falls down in that gap in the corner. Centering comes all the way out to Coles. Coles picks it up. Good pickup by Coles, but a good block from Aspen. Bastien just trying to keep it deep. play in their zone. Nice pickup by Coles again. Bastian hustling after that puck. Playing with authority, he gave us that color commentary this morning. As the first period winds down. And there is your buzzer. All right, we'll be back for the second period. All right, back at it, 2-0. 14 minutes stop time, second period. And Aspen, again, working so hard to keep that puck in our zone, doing what it takes to stop our breakout and keep the puck in the zone. Denton this time trying to change that narrative. But here it goes back again into our zone. Gorbold back there with Roman on D. And you've got Garvey, Denton, and Chopko on the line. Oh, big block there from Garvey. Took that as if it was no big deal, but I can tell you, that'll sting. You get hit by that puck. And he took that like a champ. Denton loses a handle on it, and it's bouncing again our Aspen's way. And the only thing keeping Vail from regretting this Aspen attack is that Aspen isn't controlling that puck once they keep it in our zone. Defender goes down, and Chopko, ooh! Chopko almost got by him, but that defender hopped right up and made a great defensive play. Here they come the other way. Oh, and what a move, and a great back check from Denton. Good stick there by Garvey.
There it goes.
Gorbold sends it up and out.
There it goes, right there. 39 for the
Here comes Aspen. Good stick there from Klug and a block from Roman.
Oh,
she caught that one right where there's no padding. Oh. Then Boyd brings it up but loses it. Again, Aspen finding a way to keep it in their offensive zone. Chopko.
I think so. I'm taller than mom and dad. So.
And Gorbold sends it all the way down, no icing. But the coaches wanted a change, and rightly so, because everyone except for Boyd out there had been out there for a long time. So here comes Aspen the other way again, putting pressure on. If they keep this up, it's going to end in a goal for them at some point, as Vail just seems to be on their heels right now. Coles trying to bank it up and out. No sign of a qualified, structured breakout for Vail at this point as Boyd goes down. No icing to put pressure on. And now Aspen 3-on-2. Going wide with it. Shot, saved by Silas January. Vale just seems a little bit lackluster as Boyd flings that puck forward and out. Here they come the other way. Aspen, again, finding ways to keep that puck in our zone, sending it deep time and time again. And our breakout suffering as Coles goes down. All the way around, they try it, this time to January. He can't hold on to it. Bangs it forward with the sliding effort, and we're going to see some fresh legs in the form of Bankert and Garvey joining Ryder. Maybe we can get some semblance of a breakout going with this team as Aspen enters the zone again. The wraparound try, no. Centering pass, blocked. And again, Vale having trouble getting it out of the zone, so Aspen brings it back. Their strategy is working, sending it deep, keeping it in the Vale zone. Eventually, that's going to lead to opportunities as the puck goes up and out and over the glass. Ref will come over and get a fresh puck. Take it into the Vale zone. Those defense and wingers have got to do their job, getting the puck up and out of the zone in the breakout. Entering the neutral zone with control of the puck and options for entering the offensive zone. They got to be able to skate it in there or do a controlled dump and chase. And we have not seen that kind of structure much of today. Here goes Bankert. Nice backhanded pass over to Chopko. Chopko sending it deep. And that's the kind of play you want to see. We just haven't seen much of it. Aspen gets a hold of that, sends it deep right away. And now, here we go. A real breakout. No. Again, the structure breaks down, but Chopko manages to get it up to Bankert. Bankert in a one-on-one. Cuts around the outside, loses it. Nobody there to help him as the rest of the line's getting a change. Now, that is Bastien centering all the way across to Coles. It's right in front of Boyd, who didn't notice it. And it's up and out. Coming the other way is River Klug. Gets around Sucic. Blocked eventually there by Coles. Coles goes down hard as he works for that puck. He's okay. Puck comes out in front all the way to Boyd. Boyd skating with it. Nice pass up to Cruz January. January trying to split the D. Burst of speed. Gets it. Wheels. Goes down and maybe a tripping, but the ref waves that off. He says nope. When the offenseman blew a tire, it's not tripping. That's probably the right call. Right no call. Plus they got to keep up their streak and no penalties. Here goes Roman now. Roman with speed, time, and space. She's going all the way down the left-hand side. One more to beat, and they poke it away. She goes in the corner to pick that up. Boyd now against the boards. Can't win that puck. That's usually his strong suit, is winning those pucks along the boards. But Aspen's been just fighting a little bit harder. There's Denton. Denton trying to win it. Does. He gets kind of grabbed by that Aspen player with the ponytail, but no call and not worthy of one. Good stick there at the last second by Nash Sucic. Aspen doing all the right things given their situation so far here in the second period. Entering the zone yet again is Aspen. Poke checked away. Our defense have had their work cut out for him and really been doing a good job keeping us in it. Once again, Aspen trying to enter the zone. Picked off by Sage Denton. Denton looking, centering. What a pass. Oh, great idea to Bankert. But a nice defensive play by Aspen to immobilize his stick. Aspen the other way now on a 2-on-2. Big step up there by Coles to stop that one. Defenseman earning their keep. Bankert can't hold on to it, and so it's the other way. Big time save by Silas January there. Off the blocker. Aspen, another try. Big save. The defense and Silas January are the story right now in the second. Here comes Bankert the other way. Shot! off the side of the net. Centering, it's in, it's in. And it wasn't pretty, but it'll count. Banker cycling, circling, grabbing his own rebound, and then putting the puck toward the front of the net off, I think, the defender's skate, the Aspen player's skate, off a careening, low-angled, high-luck, low-angled hockey goal, and it's 3-0 in the second period with 6:39 left to play. So after all that pressure from Aspen again and again and again and again, Vail takes it the other way and manages to put one in. And that goal almost should be partially credited to Silas January and the defense for all the work they've done. Good steal by Alex Boyd there, but he loses a handle on it. Now he's back checking with, I'd say, 70% effort. See, I can say that because he's my son. Here comes January, big pass to Boyd. Boyd rolling puck. Gets it poked away. He was a little indecisive on what to do with it. Good centering pass from Boyd to Bastien. And a shot saved. Saved by Heartland, the Aspen goaltender. What a save. And a couple of moments of good play there now from Vail as they maybe are waking up a little bit here with 5:51 left in the second. Still 3-0 in favor of Vail. That was this morning's end time score. Bankert's lining up Chopko and Denton. You got Roman at lefty and Gorbold at right. It's over to Chopko. Big save, rebound, somehow blocked off of a floating stick. And that is offsides. As Roman and number 17 from Aspen collide, I believe, are the only, well, there's a couple other, at least one other female player out there, but neither of them afraid to collide. Roman backhands it up, trying to get it to Chopko, who had the great chance there, and then Bankert's chance on the rebound of Chopko's shot ran into a stick that had fallen out of a player's hands, and the stick went in the net, puck didn't. So the game of hockey, you get a lot of bizarre scenarios, bouncing pucks, ricochets. Some bounce your way like that third goal and some don't. Centering pass from Denton is intercepted. Aspen's got to get back to what they were doing before, sending it deep, playing in the Vail zone. But it'll be hard to do if plays like that are consistently made by the likes of Bankert, making it hard for Aspen. Here they come, entering the zone. Gorbold. Centering pass goes nowhere. Chopko picks it up. Now, across the red line. Bankert entering the zone. One man to beat. Wheeling, looking, centering, picked off. And he'll go for a change. Good stick out of midair. It's Gorbold. And staying on sides nicely is Bastien. He makes a nice nifty move. Fakes the turnaround. Centering. Picked up by Ryder. And it's in. Ryder board. Wes Bastien was going down the right-hand side. Faked that he was going to turn around, but kept going. It's such a nifty move. Left the defenseman off his balance, got the puck out to the front, ends up on the stick of Ryder Board, who had a second to tee up his shot, but had to pick a spot and nail it. He did. Upper left-hand corner for the fourth goal of the game and his first of the game. Ryder Board, a good young player. Playing left wing out there still with Bastien and Cruz January. Back now, you've got Coles and Sucic on D. There's the big shot. Rebound is off the glass onto the stick of the Aspen player. January was still in position of where he was for the first save, and they got a hold of that and it went right in there. So with 4 minutes left in the second period, after 4.5 periods and more of shutout play, Aspen finally has one, and they deserve it. And a lucky bounce for them, but they've had a lot of good chances, and Silas January and Dory Parrish have made a heck of a lot of good saves as well. And that one will make it 4-1 with 3:46 left in third. Centering pass, trying to make it 4-2 is Aspen. Deflected off the skate. Aspen putting pressure on. Discombobulation for Vail. Can they clear it up and out of the zone? No. And there goes Loden Cole sending it all the way down. He didn't want to ice it. They're not going to call it icing. Bastien on the pressure. Aspen trying to take it the other way. Chopko making a nice play to stop that rush from Aspen. Denton now out there helping out. Bastien, Denton, Chopko on offense, and then you've got Sucic and Gorbold out there. Nope, Roman. Oh, and getting slightly tripped, and that's going to be your first penalty of the game. Slowly tripped is what I meant. It wasn't slightly. He definitely was tripped, was Bastien. And it's one of those things where just working hard, and down goes Bastien, and into the box goes the Aspen player. So Aspen gets their first goal, and we get our first penalty shortly afterward. The two long streaks of this day are over. Power play for Vail. Roman out there on D with Gorbold. At right there is Garvey. He's got Denton and Bankert out there on this power play line. Nice centering pass. Ooh, off the side of the net on a deflection. Bankert around the outside. Passes it back to the D. Gorbold, big shot. Tipped and in! What a tip there from Garvey. Impressive hand-eye coordination there on that shot from Gorbold. Garvey tipped it. Changed that trajectory from far left to just inside the corner, and as a goaltender, those are very hard to stop. So with 2:31 left in the second, it's going to be 5-1 as soon as the scoreboard confirms what I just said. Sometimes it takes a while to add the score. Here comes Garvey, outside, inside, through the middle. He wants another one, can't quite get it. But boy, it looked like he was going for a highlight reel goal there was Garvey. Gorbold. Bankert. Loden Cole's carrying it up. Nice pass. Up to Garvey. Garvey just through the skates of Denton. No ice. So Loden Coles will pick it up. Picks his head up as he turns the corner. Nice little inside-outside move. Here comes Loden Coles. Cross the red line. One more to beat. Takes it outside. Gets the shot off. And even though they had a stick on his shot, he powered it through coast to coast. Loden Coles with a nice upper left-hand shot and goal. That'll be the sixth goal of the game. But the scoreboard has not caught up. There we go. They have now. 1:28 left in the second. Loden Coles took his best option on the breakout, which was to skate it up. Realized how much space he had. Beat everybody but the last defender. The last defender did get a stick on him as he took the shot, but Coles, with just pure strength, forced that puck through and fired that thing into the upper left-hand corner. Very tough save to make for that goaltender. He's doing a good job back there. Even though he normally, I guess, plays more at the B level, there's another big shot, or a decent shot anyhow, from Bastien. And with 1:02 left, it's 6-1 here in the second. Vail looking good now in their golden uniforms, celebrating 50 years of Vail Mountaineer hockey. 50 years, that's a long, long time. Boy, you'd have to be real old to be 50. As Boyd makes a nice play there up to Bastien. Bastien centering to Cruz January. Couldn't quite get an angle on it. Now it's Sucic back, blocking that centering pass. Boyd. Bastine. Now Aspen the other way. Surrounded right away by gold jerseys is River Klug. Such a good young player, but not much he can do 1-on-3, especially when those three are these fine, talented young players from Vail. Roman with the cutback move gets cut off. Giving Aspen a try here, centering. And that one was nicely played and in. That was a bang-bang 1-2 centering pass and goal from Aspen off the turnover from Roman. So that'll make it 6-2 at the very end of the second here. Less than 10 seconds to play before our period break. Good hustle there from Garvey. He's got just enough time to get a play off, a shot off. So what a power move there from Garvey. But it goes off the side of the net. And with 6-2 being the score, we'll be back for the third period in just a minute. So here we are back at it for the third period. If you are the Aspen coach, you're probably saying, listen, it's 0-0. Let's go out there and win the third. And certainly that's the way Vail should approach it as well. As Loden Coles sends it up to Denton, who makes just a real nice reception of that pass. It's something you got to, when you look at players and their various different skill levels, you know, the way Denton received that pass is a real good sign for this young player. First year Pee-wee, long time Vail family, Dentons, and almost everybody knows. Good people, good family. And the way he received that puck, nice and gentle, right? There was no noise up here. Just silent reception of that puck. And there's a shot from Shopko. Speaking of having the chops, another talented first-year player, Calvin Shopko, sneaks one in there on the far side. Got it just through the pads of the goaltender. So that'll make it 7-2 with 13:08 left in the third. And I'm not sure if now becomes runtime. We'll keep an eye on that. Probably will be. Nice pass there from Bankert. Collecting it is Ryder Board. Ryder Board, big shot. And another good save. Like to see your defenseman in that situation step up and challenge the shooter. Don't let him get a clear shot at your goaltender. Make his life difficult. I'm going to wrap around there. Nope. Trying to go around the outside was Board. Now it's against the boards. Bastien sending it up. Bankert. Down is Bastien. Coming away with its Ryder Board. It's another shot toward the what we call the 5-hole in hockey, in between the legs of the goaltender. It's a really, really difficult portion of the net to cover. If you can imagine putting on all that goalie gear, having skates on, gloves, mask, and everything else, sometimes those on-the-ice pucks between the legs are some of the hardest to stop, especially for young goalies. Big shot from Bankert. Looked like it was going in just over the crossbar. So call it 1-0 here in Vale's favor in the third period, right? 6-2 coming in, 7-2 on the scoreboard, and 1-0 in our third period competition. Gorbold up to Bastien. Bastien centers it, but nobody's home as Boyd was coming on for a change. Big pass up to ends up on Gorbold's stick. Nice pass up there to Bankert. Bankert around the outside, shoots. Nice save. What's going on with the changeup here? Going to complete the line shift, leaving us with Boyd, Cruz January, and Chopko. Boyd's going to play center. Played a lot more center when he was a squirt. It's been a minute. You got Coles behind him along with Sucic. Boyd, kind of a tie on the faceoff. But Aspen's going to come away with it. Here they come. Nice back check from Boyd there. He's going to get all the way back and pick that up, and he's got some speed. Boyd around the outside. He's got lots of momentum. Coming down with Chopko in the center, waiting for that pass. There it is! Oh. And Chopko couldn't bury it, but a nice play there by that whole line. Chopko. Boyd again. Boyd playing better there than I've seen him all morning. And finally, those Wheaties from this morning are tucked in it. Ooh, January went down pretty hard. He kind of toe-picked a little right before the boards, but he's okay. Good stop there from Boyd, but he can't finish the play because he's all out of Wheaties. Here comes Aspen with the little dangle-tangle. Big save from Silas January. Stepped up into that breach and blocked that shot. A nice play from the young Aspen player who is weaving, braiding through there. There goes Coles trying to get it up and out. Boyd helping him. Finally successful. And Boyd looking to get that shift change. Garvey's going to pick it up. He's all alone. And he puts it in there. He faked like he was going to go right, but shelved it instead. Got the goalie handcuffed just enough by feinting that move. Nice goal from Garvey.
Did you see that they only have one defense on their bench? Yeah. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, my son Tyler mentioning, that Aspen only has 3 defenders. She's a defender. Can't believe they're getting through the game with it. And I agree, they played really well, this Aspen team, given how much endurance they need to show. 2 games. They had more players for their first game, but in this game they only have 3 on the bench for the offense and 1 on the bench for defense, and that gets so tough. And may have a little something to do with that 8-2 score here as Bastien works it deep, gets a shot on goal. Denton out there, and a good save. May. Fresh legs for this portion of the lineup. And are we going to see Loden Coles on offense? We are. Got Bankert Ryder board and Loden Coles playing left wing. Normally a defenseman. Good to see. Chopko back on D in an area where he says he is more comfortable, but it looks good to me on offense. Got a goal earlier in this period. There's Loden. And there's Ryder board wheeling with it. He's got Bankert with him. He's going to carry it into the zone. And then back to Bankert. Bankert looking to get it to Coles. Now Chopko stepping in deep, and funnily enough, Coles will cover for him. So here goes Chopko, still wheeling. Gets it over to Coles, but it's out of the zone. Going to regroup. Sucic sends it deep. Aspen bringing it out of their zone. Kind of a slow motion play here. Bankert picks it up, tries to get it up to Calvin, but good play by Aspen to get in the way of that. Boyd hits Bankert on a nice quick look. Bankert over to January. He was loading up for a big one. Here comes Bankert. It's up and over the glass, tipped. Now Boyd in pursuit. And Aspen coming the other way. And you can see the fatigue on the Aspen team from here. And Vail with that 8-2 lead is laying back as well a little bit, in my opinion. And on that play, you can see the fatigue really affecting the Aspen player, who gets called for tripping there. And we'll go into the box, and I can see her face from here, that young Aspen player, just pure exhaustion. Pure exhaustion and fatigue. And good for them for continuing to fight hard as Boyd keeps it in. There's January. Now Boyd, he's trying to maintain control of the puck, especially since it's a power play, but keeping it in nicely there. It's Gorbold out there with Roman on D. Boyd, Bastien, and January on the power play unit. Again, you can see the way January's going after that puck. It's everyone's kind of laying off a little bit. Here comes Roman, skating it now. She's not laying off, she's taking it deep as a poke checked away. Boyd helping her out. So's Bastien. Pops out into the neutral zone. Gorbold to Garvey now, who's out there. Garvey kicking it around. Not much structure to this power play right now. Maybe Garvey can fix that. Garvey trying to get it to Boyd, but it's intercepted. And here comes shorthanded try from Aspen. Surrounded and stopped. Up to Boyd, who can't handle it. Now over to Garvey. Garvey's going to want to take his time and set it up. Still 10 seconds on the power play. Denton. Cole's trying to help. Now it's Sucic and Chopko on D, 2-on-2. Great back check there from Denton and Coles. 4:25 left to play in the third period. Still 8-2 the score. Power play is over. And Aspen will go back to 5-on-5 hockey. Pass to the point. Shot deflected. Vail really laying off now, almost like they're on a penalty kill. I think with that 8-2 lead and the low level of energy from Aspen is sort of contagious. I mean, Aspen at least has the rationale for it, that they've been playing with 6-0 and 3D the whole game. But Vail now making a rush. Good leading headman pass up to Denton from Coles, but it's poked away. And a nice last-second defensive play by Aspen there. Never given up is Aspen. 3:17 now to play. Big shot from Denton does not materialize, but Bates has one. Rebound by Bankert, and then Coles just wide with a backhand. Centering. Up to Gorbold. Bates trying to keep it in there. Goes left, goes right, gets it toward the net. Not enough to get it to Denton. Denton back to Roman. Oh, and it just bounces off her stick. She's working hard to get herself back. Nice little play over to Ryder Board. And here comes Bankert holding on to it, skating through the middle. Puts it on net, and it's covered up. Bankert at center, out there with January and Ryder Board. January shot goes wide. Chopko and Roman at D. Sent all the way down for the icing by Aspen. And it is run time because of the score differential. So with 1:45 run time, we're almost to the end of this two-game set. We'll have a little bit of a Christmas break. I wish I could tell you we were all going to be skating on the outdoor rinks, but the temperature is not even below freezing at night most of the time, and all of us that build outdoor rinks have been unable to create ice. So have to do something different with our Christmas breaks this time around, as Sucic makes a nice play. Normally these boys and girls like to head out on the pond and play old-time hockey over Christmas. But here's a nice try from Aspen as they go down. Under a minute to play. Aspen with it all alone in front. Good save by Silas. Now to Boyd. Boyd around the outside. Boyd still has it, but can't quite hold on to it. Goes into the corner, steps on the puck, manages to get it somehow over to Bastien. One more try for Coles there. Sucic, the turnaround try. Under 30 seconds to play. Boyd with a shot on net is gloved down. And this is probably going to just run the rest of this clock out. So it'll be January next time we all get together. Hope you all have a happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, I think, is still going on. And Christmas right around the corner. New Year's after that. Go Vail. The final score is going to be 8-2. And 2 more wins for this talented young Vail team. And a great win by Silas January back there in the net. And we will... We had quite a long buzzer there. Tanner, the ref, is giving grief to the poor Mamacita who's down there running the scoreboard. But, all right, that'll do it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you